A court seems to think so in a landmark ruling today striking down D.C.'s ban on handguns. Well, it doesn't mean you can go out and buy one. It does signal what could be one of the most important changes in the gun law in some 70 years. Nancy Yamada is covering this story for us tonight. And Nancy, we know this is a story the entire nation is watching.
Yeah, today's verdict is making national news because if it's appealed, as Mayor Adrian Fenty is promising, it has the potential to reach the Supreme Court. Weighing in on the debate tonight is one man who has a very unique perspective on guns and gun violence.
My father was a big-time drug dealer back in the 80s.
His childhood photos don't reveal the chaos and violence that marked Dwayne Williams' young life when he was admittedly up to no good on the streets of Southeast Washington.
By the time I was 13, I had shot my first person. And I turned 15, I started really getting into the drug game and things like that. And then I got shot a few times, got arrested.
Williams says the D.C. gun ban, which was enacted in 1976, did little to curb the skyrocketing murder rate in the 80s and 90s. He wonders if reversing it will make much of a difference on the streets.
The bad people will have the guns, they will have the drugs. They will continue to do those things what they feel that they need to do.
The U.S. Court of Appeals verdict is a victory for those who say everyone, including district residents, have the right to bear arms.
And one of the plaintiffs in this case is actually a security guard who can carry a gun during the day, but under the law, he cannot even have a gun in his own home. And this is why the judges looked at this and they said, this law just goes too far.
As for Williams, at 31 years old, he's turned his life around. In a new book, he's now trying to convince others that they can't solve their problems with guns and drugs.
I think that we need more mentors, more role models, and more people that will put their life on the line to save these kids that are out here on these streets.
Among Williams' powerful message in his new book is that the government can really only do so much. He'll be signing copies at Lee's Barbershop in East Capitol Street in Northeast tomorrow afternoon from 2 to 6. Again, Mayor Fenty and D.C. Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton say that they'll take this fight to the Supreme Court if need be.
He gives an interesting perspective on this, but let's be very clear tonight. As of this point, today and come tomorrow, you still cannot have a handgun in D.C.
That's correct. Until the appeals process is exhausted, the gun ban remains.
All right. Nancy Yamada, thank you. Some new information tonight.